Hey guys, Legonius here, welcome back. It's time for another Inside the Episode. This week we're going inside on the episode LIU Atlas Alvearium, which is Season 5, Episode 16. We're going to do it in just a few minutes. Alvearium is a dry desert planet with a toxic atmosphere. Its billowing yellow clouds are a combination of sulfur dioxide and sulfuric acid. Luckily, some of the planet's highest peaks rise above these noxious clouds. That's where Doog is headed. Doog gets dropped off at a small outpost that sits above the cloud line. The air is less corrosive here, but it's also very thin. Doog has to wear an environmental suit. Lots of radiation from the planet's star penetrates the thin atmosphere up here, so the outpost is inside the mountain. Only a small airlock is visible. Doog gets a little excited. Airlock has an elevator. Doog doesn't like stairs. Once inside, Doog meets his guide, Carmen Flores. Carmen is a commanding officer of the Epsilon Procurement Squadron. She leads one of the teams that procures resources on the planet's surface. Alvearium has a native race, and supposedly they aren't that friendly. The Epsilon Procurement Squadron is heavily armed. Because the surface is classified as an active conflict zone, Doog is required to carry a weapon. Carmen and her crew gear up for a procurement mission on the planet's surface. They have specialized helmets and respirators to deal with the corrosive atmosphere. Doog, Carmen, and her team repel below the cloud line and make their way to the surface. Safety's off. They've entered the active conflict zone. There's low visibility on the surface, so the crew follows beacons to find their destination. What's their destination? It's Hive JH347. Yep, that's right. Alvearium is home to an insectoid race. As the team enters the hive, Carmen explains that a native chemotrophic bacteria converts the planet's sulfur into energy, the byproduct of which is sulfuric acid, so watch where you step. The insectoids harvest and grow this bacteria in hexagonal cells. It's one of many organizational characteristics that infer intelligence, but no one is sure if the insectoids are sentient. It's believed they communicate with pheromones, but so far, they've been unable to communicate with LIU and the other races in the galaxy. Carmen likes to think that they aren't sentient, because otherwise she'd feel bad. That's because her squad kills the bugs in order to raid their hives for resources. They make these raids to find the infant grub form of the insectoids. These grubs are valuable. Unfortunately, Carmen and crew strike out in their first raid. There's no grubs. The bacteria in the hexagonal cells are still in crystalline form, meaning the nest is still too new. While searching, Doog, Carmen, and crew come under attack. Doog actually gets in on the action and kills one of the insectoids. Doog's afraid of spiders, and these insect guys aren't much better, so he shoots it a few extra times, just to be sure. Eventually, they come across another hive cluster. This hive has a larger subspecies of the bugs, known as a nestling. These larger insects attend to the grubs in the hive. It's evidence that Carmen and the crew are about to find what they're looking for. After a brief battle, the crew confirms there are grubs in the hive. These grubs contain antibacterial chemicals in their guts that help them break down their bacteria diet. This liquid is harvested from the grubs in order to make food preservatives. Several teams, like Carmen's, raid the planet daily to kill insectoids and drain this antibacterial chemical from their babies. Let's hope they're not sentient, because otherwise, it seems pretty cruel. And that is LIU Atlas Alvearium. Here's some things you may have missed. Alvearium means beehive in Latin. It's a reference to the hive clusters that resemble honeycomb. The guide's name, Carmen Flores, is a combination of the names of two characters from the movie Starship Troopers. The movie Starship Troopers also involves a conflict against an insect race. They also call these insects bugs, so that's where a lot of inspiration came from. For the shots of the hive, the build was photographed with the build laying on its side. That way, the transparent bricks in the hive's combs would stay at the bottom. These bricks glow because they are photographed with a black light shining on them. There are billions of stars, millions of planets, but only one man, Terrence Doog McDougal. Welcome to LIU Atlas.